This is why your husband's bad for your game. If you stand here and you hit this shot while you're playing with him, and you top it along the ground like that, you can guarantee he says to you, keep your head down, love, you lifted your head up. Absolute rubbish. That actually perpetuates you topping the ball. What actually happens when you try and keep your head really fixed and anchored, like a lot of ladies do in particular, what happens is your upper body gets jammed on your left side and your right hip gets jammed, what I call high, on the way back. And you can see your body doesn't actually turn or coil. What you need to do is allow your head to move very slightly. Your head moves to the right slightly in a golf swing, it moves to the left slightly in a golf swing. The more you try and keep your head down and anchored and fixed, the less you coil, the more you're in the way of yourself through impact. So you have to actually raise up out of the way. So you've got more chance of topping it trying to keep your head down than you have of just not really focusing too much on that, trying to get your body to coil. To illustrate the point, let me just put this shaft here against my thigh. And if you look at somebody who tops the ball, if I can just get that on there, got a dodgy tee. Look at someone who tops the ball, from trying to keep their head down, their hip does that. So it gets high, their body doesn't coil. As soon as your hip gets high, you're in the way of yourself, you're going to raise up. If you look at body motion of someone who doesn't try to keep the head down and just lets their body turn, you can see how the right hip turns behind them, almost to the point where this leg starts to straighten. So you start to get your hips to turn, not slide. And look how my upper body actually winds up, and my head actually moves a little bit to the right. You know, my head moves a touch to the right and moves a touch to the left. It doesn't stay dead anchored because it has a really bad effect on my body motion. My eyes are looking at the ball, they're aware of it, it's in my peripheral vision, but I'm not really focusing on it as something to hit. It just kind of gets in the way of what I'm doing. And if you let this right hip turn, let the head move a little bit going back, you stay more level throughout the whole shot. There's a lot less of this sort of down and up sort of thing going on. So don't listen to your husband. It's better for your marriage and definitely better for your golf game.